When you going through life and life is hard, sometimes you gotta smile to keep from crying. This is Mr. Amen, and this is a Let Them Know Media production. So, we all know that you gotta smile to keep from crying because it allows the person that's going through the stress, they're going through the situation, the opportunity to find optimal, optimism in that moment. Smiling makes you feel better. We know that when you smile, you use less bones in your face than when you frown, right? So when you're smiling, you making the best out of what could be the worst. So that can be any type of situation that you're going through, right? But in order to really utilize smiling to keep from crying is when you're going through the worstest, or should I say the worst situations of your life. When it's hard and you trying to be something that you have never been, you have people trying to put you down and tell you that you ain't gonna never be what you say you're gonna be. You gotta smile and turn the other cheek. You have to turn the other cheek, right? You have to do that because it's very key to the success that you're going to have in life. Here at Let Them Know Media, my whole entire, description, or the whole driving force behind what I'm doing is to inspire and motivate everybody to be the best version of themselves. Connect you to information in a way that you have never connected to information before in your life. And let's say for any reason that you did connect to it a certain kind of way, or the way that I'm describing, you never fully took on, you never took on what was actually trying to uplift you in the first place. A lot of times in life, we go through scenarios and we don't know how to smile. Even with myself, I find myself having to say words that allow me to smile. Like if I'm having a bad day, I say things like, I'm just having a character building day, right? I'm having a character building day because we all know the more you travel, the more you tour, the more you get more acquainted with other cultures. When you start learning how to turn lemons into lemonade, that builds character. It builds you up. It makes you stronger. And so just by changing your thought process and changing the way you speak, but also you have to find the courage within yourself. You have to find the courage within yourself to be able to smile when it's a thunderstorm outside. The wind blowing, it's raining cats and dogs, it's hailing outside. The difficulty in that is strength. Just think about working out. And we wonder why working out is so beneficial holistically, right? Because what ends up happening when you're working out is you put your mind and your body through a process where your mind might be like, I don't feel like working out today. Your body might be like, I'm too sore to work out today. I don't feel like working out. So you might be telling yourself you don't want to do it, but when you make yourself do it, it's not just the aesthetic about how you built a six-pack or how you built your chest out, or ladies, you building your glutes the way you want to. You got your legs looking good. You got your arms tight and strong. Your stomach is real flat. That feels great, right? The payoff is way better than anything else as far as, situations that make you want to cry. The biggest thing about why we're not allowing ourselves to smile is we give ourselves permission to feel the way that we feeling in that moment. For whatever reason that it is, we are finding a way to give ourselves permission to say, hey, well, this happened to me a certain kind of way, or so and so was coming at me like this, or I can't believe that I'm going through this, that, and the other, right? It just seems like it's just so much happening, and I just don't understand. I just don't understand, right? A lot of times when you have these type of situations occurring, you have to stop, step back, reassess before you allow yourself or give yourself permission to feel down, to cry, to put yourself through what I would say is sickness. I remember, maybe about 10, 15 years ago, one of my counselors, I used to be going through my emotionality all the time. I used to be angry all the time. Yeah, I used to always be angry. He used to say, Akapesh, you're going to make yourself sick. And I was a young man at the time. And, when you're young, you're full of hormones, you're full of energy. At that age, you fighting for people to know that you a man, or if you're a lady or a woman, you fighting to let everybody know you're a woman. And so you don't want to let nobody disrespect that. Can't nobody tell you anything because I'm a man, I'm a woman, right? And I used to be so angry about things all the time. I used to say, Akapesh, you're making yourself sick. I used to be thinking like, I'm making myself sick, like, and for a while, I kind of like had to come to grips with what he is saying, because like I've said in other videos, some of the keys to success, the keys to health and longevity is managing your emotions, right? And, I'll dive into this more, and just that topic alone in another video. But the way you deal with your emotions dictate your health and even sickness. We don't really connect that. We don't really connect to that like we should. But in all actuality, being angry connects to an organ system a certain type of way, and it can make you sick if you keep on dealing with your situations like that. If you keep on, we all know that food is not the only source of high blood pressure, right? Or, food is not the only source to heart attacks. So the point that I'm making is that when you're faced with adversity in life, period, smile, take a load off, step back, chill, cool out, right? Don't be so hot. Don't be so fiery. Sometimes you just have to do that. And so, like I've said, and I'll say it again, you can take the time out to just, put yourself together. And while you're doing that, you can smile, because what ends up happening is that allows you the opportunity to relax and chill the way you need to. So if you walk away from this video learning anything, please learn that, you need to relax. You need to be patient with yourself on your journey, going through this journey. And while you're going through difficulty, just smile. Just smile. Remember that Tupac song, just smile a while for me. Okay? Now, go smile a little bit, go have fun, go laugh, enjoy yourself. And please, like I ask in all my videos, and it's just a reminder, I just need you all to please like and subscribe to my channel. Share this content with your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your cousins, even your children. so we can motivate each other and motivate the world, because it's a lot going on and a lot of people need this. Some people can't afford therapy right now. Some people can't afford that. So allow these videos to touch them so they can have some type of form of therapy, in some type of shape, form, or fashion. And I just wanted to thank you all for that in advance. I want to thank you for all of that in advance. And so please have a blessed day. All right? Peace.